I kind of understood life to be a struggle, and that if you're gonna make it, you need to be strong and you need to keep going no matter what. I know for a fact, I sit in rooms sometimes with individuals that are pursuing medical degrees and a lot of science majors, and I find myself as being like one out of maybe 10 Latinos in that room, and the entire size of the room might be like 200 people. And out of those 10 Latinos, there's maybe 3 that have any idea of the things that I've been through and can even relate to the things I've been through. I know I give back to my community by bringing our perspective to the table. If I have that opportunity while other friends don't because of death or jail or whatever, and I don't do it, it's a disservice to my opportunity being here in the United States in these academic environments. It's selfish. My name is Gabriel Santamaria. I'm from Nicaragua, but I have been living in San Francisco, California for the vast majority of my life. My family came to the United States due to the civil unrest in the 80s. As a teenager, I found myself a lot of times in the streets, and I've seen that a lot of individuals didn't have a home life at all. Growing up in the Mission, going to all the schools that I went to, you're bound to, get put between a rock and a hard place. I remember being at Mission High, being in a classroom with individuals who were bragging about people they shot at the day before, and then they realized that I was one of the people they shot at. What caused me to change, just being out in the neighborhood like that, I think was a number of things. A lot of my friends were dying steadily. It became very relevant that there was no real special quality about me that would have prevented me from dying. So that caused me to reflect on myself. I'll take you guys on a tour of the campus. So one thing about City College is it will force you to walk up many, many stairs. So you'll stay in somewhat shape, even with those late night snacks and all that sitting down for studying. I'm studying biochemistry, but I also take courses such as, Latin American history, origins of Latin American art. There's a lot of resources here at City College. It's about, about a 8 to 10 minute BART ride from the Mission District to City College, but it's a world away. It could truly be your escape. When you're sitting there studying for the next exam, you really don't have time to worry about what so-and-so said, or who shot at who, or so-and-so died. You really don't have time to worry about that kind of stuff. A Latino in academics, it becomes, an interesting journey. You have a lot of individuals with Latino last names that refuse to admit that they're from a Latino background. They refuse to speak Spanish. They rather do whatever it takes to forget who they are, and it's sad. I was going to school, and on my way to school, I had a really traumatic motorcycle accident where I shattered my pelvis. So for about 7 years, I couldn't really walk well, and I couldn't move my leg in certain positions, and there was no cartilage left in my hip. So eventually, the grinding got so bad that I couldn't walk. And after a certain amount of time with that pain, I almost welcomed death. And in 2009, I had a hip replacement, and I was able to walk healthy again. So I got another chance at life, and I ain't wasting it. The idea behind Homie is to leave a life of violence, leave a life that's unhealthy, and make sure that you get back to your community. So I love to go back and work with the young people at Homie, because it's home, and love the knowledge I get. I take that knowledge and I take it right to the homies at Homie, and make sure they get it. The programs that I facilitate and coordinate and develop at Homie right now are the Calpuli Leadership Program. We also have Joven Noble, the Noble Youth. That is a program that is focused on young men. We do that in the high schools, but also to give mental health, emotional sustainability, and self-esteem to the young men, so they see themselves as leaders and see themselves as valuable and see themselves as individuals that can, help their community and, have love and respect for, their elders and the women in their community. I have maybe worked with 65 kids in the last few months, and out of those 65 kids, I think 4 have took their SATs. You know, and the rest of them don't even think about it. You know, out of those 65 kids, maybe 3 to 5 are even talking about going to college. Those things are things that haven't changed, which is a shame, which says there's a lot of work that needs to still be done. You can leave your block and you can go get a 4.0. You know, you can go into those academic environments and thrive. The only person that could keep you out those environments is yourself. So understand that you're not so disadvantaged as you may think. You know, these individuals that can read books all day, you know, sometimes have the people skills of an ant. You know, it's people skills. You gotta learn the material to apply it to the world. And that can take you very far in life.